right, Mr. Teleferro TV, how's everybody doing out there? So, Anthony Davis of the New Orleans Pelicans, technically, I don't know for how much longer, he has told the New Orleans Pelicans about a couple more teams that he'd be willing to go to. All right, the teams are, it's like 2 or 3 teams. So, we already know about the Los Angeles Lakers. It looks like Anthony Davis told the New Orleans Pelicans that he'd be willing to go to the New York Knicks, the Milwaukee Bucks, and the Los Angeles Clippers. All right, why is Anthony Davis doing this right now? I'm gonna be honest with you. This is a pretty much a plan by his agent Rich Paul and him to get him to the Los Angeles Lakers. This is what this is. I'm being honest with you guys. The reality of the situation is the New York Knicks, with Kristaps Porzingis being gone, and they don't have the number 1 pick set in stone right now. Remember, they could potentially get Zion Williamson or RJ Barrett or any of these top prospects that will be in the NBA draft this year. They'll find it out. Remember, they switched the NBA draft lottery format. It's no longer the first team gets a 25% chance at the number 1 pick. It's the 3 teams with the worst record. They get like a 12.5 to 13% chance at the number 1 record. So I believe the Knicks this summer will be in play. Like, if you're telling me, if I'm the Pelicans, you can get Anthony Davis, you could trade your guy Anthony Davis, but maybe get a new franchise guy, Zion Williamson. I gotta consider that. Lonzo, Kuzma, and Ingram are all great talents, but I don't see superstardom in them. I don't see franchise changer in them. And with Zion, maybe so. So I'm just throwing it out there. But the Knicks are not viable contenders right now for this until we find out what pick they got. If they end up winning a few games and they got like the 5th or 6th worst record, yeah, I think you should probably take the Lakers offer or the Celtics offer, right? Like, that ain't as great as an offer right now if you're going to end up with the 5th or 6th pick. I think the Rich Paul, Anthony Davis combination put this out there because they know none of these teams have the opportunity of getting Anthony Davis before the deadline, right? We're looking at, I already told you about the Knicks. They already traded Porzingis. Their pick is up in the air right now. The Milwaukee Bucks, which was random as hell to me, the Milwaukee Bucks, they have like the number 1 record in the East, if I'm not mistaken, or number 1 and number 2 records in the East. They got Chris Middleton's contract situation coming up this summer. They want to re-sign him. They wouldn't dare make a trade for Anthony Davis right now. And I think Rich Paul and Anthony Davis know that they don't have the assets to make a trade right now for him. Giannis and Anthony Davis on the front line would be crazy, though, by the way. But they know, Rich Paul and company know, if this thing gets to the summer, he's probably going to be a Boston Celtic anyway. So throwing Milwaukee out there makes it seem like Anthony is really exploring options. He really wants to just be in a better situation. They know that the Milwaukee Bucks win. At number 1, they're not making a trade to mess up the chemistry that they got. They're going to at least give this Bucks group one shot at it, and then they'll make a decision on Chris Middleton and his contract situation this summer, right? Also, the Clippers. I was told this. The Clippers have not made one formal offer for Anthony Davis as of yet. Not one. They want to keep their cap open. They believe that they're the number 1 spot for Kawhi Leonard. By the way, I'm going to do something on Kawhi Leonard tomorrow. Just subscribe to the platform. We're going to do an NBA trade deadline show tomorrow. Please stay tuned for that. I have still been told that Kawhi Leonard has every intention on leaving the Toronto Raptors and going to Los Angeles and joining either the Lakers or Clippers, most likely the Clippers. So the Clippers are not going to go get Anthony Davis right now. They're not making any significant trades right now to take on any cap, to do anything, because they want they prepared to just sign Kawhi Leonard straight up and down and not trade some of their young guns, right? Just to be in a position that, okay, we get Kawhi Leonard. Now maybe we could trade some of these assets, but to give him the Supermax, we need him on the roster first, and then we can go from there, right? They would prefer to have Kawhi on the team and damn near just go get a B-level guy. Maybe you don't need another A-level guy if you got Kawhi with all the talent the Clippers got already. So they haven't even made a formal offer to the New Orleans Pelicans, and Rich Paul knows that, and him and Anthony Davis know that. That's why they added those teams, in my opinion, right? We'll see what happens. I think this is just good business by Rich Paul and Anthony Davis, trying to make it seem like they're not trying to just get to LA, which we all know they're trying to get to the Lakers, right? They're making it seem like, we're opening and going to other few teams. These are teams that have no intention on going for Anthony Davis in the next 3 days. Not saying that they wouldn't be interested this summer, but not in the next 3 days. Thank y'all so much for the time, love, support. I don't take it for granted. Again, I'm going to do an NBA trade deadline show tomorrow, so please stay tuned for that. It's going to be big. All right? I'm out. I came from nothing, but I want everything God has for me. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I still represent the culture.
I got the kids. They are now tuned in.
Yeah, we locked in right now, Mr.
Mr. Teleferro.
Shout out to Mr. Teleferro.
You're watching Mr. Teleferro TV.
Mr. Teleferro TV, here with the Triple B's, you can't do nothing but win.